on the channel from the latest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Loot Crate box, we've got Claw Shredder.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Loot Crate Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles unboxing and review. And today at the table, we've got the Claw Shredder from the Mirage comics. But for all your Ninja Turtle needs, and a whole lot more, hit up Entertainment Earth. Use the link in the description of this very video to save 10% off of all in-stock items. And also, make sure you double up with the free shipping code that is all over their page as well. So very thankful for all Entertainment Earth saving us some money in these hard times. But Claw Shredder is here, the Mirage comics. Now, I gotta tell you guys, never read a second of Mirage comics. Never had any of the Mirage comic figures of the Ninja Turtle line. I wonder if maybe those will start trickling back out eventually. We know the Archie comics is coming back out. All the other Turtle lines going. I wonder if enough time has passed with NECA where they might start re-releasing, retooling, redoing some of these ones in the future. I'm not exactly sure. But like I said, I don't collect this line. However, this Claw Shredder is dangerous enough to be different in my collection. I figured, you know what? I went back and forth. There's always some of these crate things that I sell, some I keep. I said, you know what? I think I'm going to keep this Claw Shredder, and here we are here today at the table. Now, Shredder, I guess this isn't officially Shredder. It's like some kind of like worms that were chewing on people's feet that mutated into him. Once again, I have not read the comic, but this is a cool figure. Claws, man, I'm here for him all day long. So we'll see what happens with this Shredder. We're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to see where it goes from there. So let's look at the packaging here. Look at that. There he is. Got a nice window box. Nice kind of tan packaging. This packaging really is a lot different than the other Turtle lines we have out there, so it does have a nice point of difference. Reminds me a lot of course, the Fugitoid packaging. The box was very similar to this. We get the NECA logo up there, a little glamour shot, cartoon action. Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right there on the side. You get LC01 right here, and then you get him. A very more menacing look to Shredder in the Mirage comics, at least in my opinion. Nice full-on comic glamour shot right there. Let the light in at the top. UPC's warnings at the bottom. Then the back, we get a little artwork action there. So let's see what this is, or if there's really anything to it. I don't think there is. It just says, meanwhile, Shredder, he's walking, he's looking at his claws again, and then it just says, to be continued. And I guess it's going to be to be continued. Open him out of the package right here. I guess that's the to be continued, at least from where I sit, as you guys know right here at this table. All right, let's get him out. Let's see what all the fuss is about. We get that very cool cartoon background from the comic. Very, very nice. Off to the side. See you later. As you guys do know, I keep all of my NECA packaging. I don't know why. Super 7, same thing. I don't know why. What am I going to do with all this stuff? What am I going to do with all this packaging? But we'll see. We'll see. But there it is. There he is in the old plastic prison. Man, he's got a couple of tie downs. You got to tie down those big claws for sure. I don't want those pinching anybody. But let's get him out. Let's start cutting things. Let's start cutting and strutting like a young Brutus the Barber Beefcake, who we recently just did a top 5 of on the channel. Check that video out if you want to. Cut. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. And I think he is out of the package. He's ready to go. He's ready to party. Off to the side. See you later. Goodbye. All right. We got him out of the package here, and this is an interesting one. Get a little bit of looseness in that left leg. Not the tightest of joints right out of the package like we really do like, of course. Big, big old claws. And more almost like hammer hands on him here. I figured they were going to be like Clawful from Masters Universe, kind of be able to do a little gimmick like that, but none of that going on, unfortunately. These do kind of look like clubs to some extent, as they got the nice barbs coming out of there. It almost looks like wood. I mean, the arms almost look like wood right there, so it almost looks like he's holding a club. But on further inspection, oh, okay, he's got these big claw hands. Look at that. Quite the thing. But an interesting figure, very light, a lot lighter than I assumed. Probably going to be a little top heavy on these claws, I'd have to imagine, but he does have big feet for a pretty good base. Let's start breaking this guy down, but man, he is a little bit looser than I would like. That's the first thing I noticed right out of the package. Same thing on the elbows. I'm noticing looseness right there, but we'll get here. Let's start at his head. Of course, it looks like Shredder, but it's not my Shredder. When I think of Shredder, I always go back to the animated series, the original animated series. I think there's a lot of people that way, when truly this is really the first Shredder type look, I guess we'd call it. But it does look like Shredder enough to be dangerous. Nice silver mask. Got the black, we got the lines painted in and sculpted in here, and some three-pronged horns at the top of his helmet. He does have the shoulder guards with the nice spikes. Might make Hawk and Animal blush with these spikes. Pretty sharp too, definitely not for kids. Poke your eye out, kid. He does have those there. That does get in the way of the articulation, because like we see with a lot of Star Wars figures, Marvel Legends, other figures, when you move the arms, these will naturally move out of the way. Not in this case. They're not moving out of the way. They are stuck there. They are hard. They do limit your articulation. And you do get a bicep cut. You do get double jointed elbows on this guy. That is a nice feature. However, these claws are so big, you got a lot of looseness in this elbow. It's not going to stay up on its own power. See, as you can see, it just kind of falls down. So that is disappointing too, but the claw does look good. I wish there was more like pinch points on it or something. I don't know what we'd call it, but to be able to clasp into people, but that's not how it was in the comic, I would assume. So this is probably more true to nature, true to form. But nice detail on it, nice kind of color lines in here. It just sucks how loose it is. But then you get down to his shirt here. He's got his patented Shredder kimono, gi. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, what he's wearing. But it is in the more reddish, kind of maroon type color. Got the black lines throughout, really giving it kind of more depth to it, I guess we'd say. Got the brown wrapping around the side. Then you got the skirts in the front that are movable, so you can move those up and down kind of out of the way. They're not hard sculpted in. The legs, like I said, very loose, but he gets a ton of articulation out of them. But much like the claw hands being heavy, the feet are heavy. As you can see, he's got these big drums for legs down here. Very, very heavy. Double jointed knees, but the knees, everything just feels loose from the waist down. Very, very loose. He does have ankle rockers. He does need these big feet, though, I have to assume, to stand up with these big claws. And unfortunately, these claws, they stand right there. I think over time, though, let's say I put him on my shelf just like this, these are going to slowly weigh down and they'll fall down eventually. I don't know if that'll be enough to topple him over when they do fall, but you can tell that it's just going to wear. That elbow is just too little compared to this huge, huge club on the end, like hands, claw hands. Just not going to work. Just not going to work for me, guys. I don't know. So for me, my final verdict on this is definitely not the best Loot Crate. This is nowhere near my favorite NECA Ninja Turtle thing I've ever seen. I like that it's different. It's a good thing for a crate like this. This definitely isn't for anybody. I think we'd all be honest with ourselves. If this was at Target, your local toy store, normal price with all the other turtle kind of stuff, this thing wouldn't be flying off the shelf. So it is perfect for a Loot Crate item. I'm sure it's just like a one comic deal with this. Once again, correct me if I'm wrong. So it's kind of tongue-in-cheek and a little bit of a deep cut, but we collectors, we love our deep cuts and love stuff like this. So you Mirage fans, you're probably eating this up with a fork and a spoon. You probably went to KFC and got yourself a spork at the same time. That's how into this you are. But it's okay. It's enough to be dangerous. I'll hide him in a turtle display somewhere. That, like I said, I got Fugitoid and him. That's all I got. I don't know if the turtles will ever come back out. Some of the other stuff might come back out. We'll see if that happens down the line. But we can compare him to a couple other Shredders I got in the collection here. There's the old Toon Shredder. Like I said, when I think of Shredder, this is what I think of. Of course, you got the movie Shredder, and I guess he falls kind of somewhere in between. And technically, I guess this isn't even really Shredder, so it's just one of those things. And he's not going to stand. He doesn't want to. And that's okay. Sometimes I don't want to stand either. I want to sit. But there's that Shredder here. We'll do comparison shots and the glamour shots as well. How about a little cartoon Donatello? You can kind of see that height difference. I could see some people putting him in with the cartoon figures. So there he is with Donatello, and then how about a movie Michelangelo, just to kind of seal the deal off there. So some interesting scaling here, but it works with all your turtle needs from NECA. I think it could go in any of those universes if you get creative. But what say you guys out there in Loot Crate Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle land? Did you pick this up? Did you pass? I think we can all agree we were very frustrated about the Loot Crate process. I don't know how they recover from this. I don't know if they sit out a year or something after everything's fulfilled, hopefully soon, and then they say, oh, we're firing it back up. I just don't know. I think it might be one of those things, fool me once. I think it'll be one of those kind of things. But it's unfortunate because it was a great idea. The execution, something to be desired. And that's where I sit on the situation. But you guys tell me, I should say, in the comments down below. Let me know your Loot Crate thoughts across the board. Which one are you excited for? Me personally, I'm excited for that Donatello Batman type figure. And was it Scrag? The 2-in-1 figure. I'm excited for that one. So we'll see what happens with the rest of these loot crates very, very soon. But leave your comment down below. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. Got videos every single day, as you guys know. SirPaul64 is where you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget about the Patreon, where you can get this video much, much earlier. Bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, and a lot of fun. And best of all, you support the channel. So for a little claw action shredder, I am Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.